Welcome back to my channel. How are you guys doing? I just wanted to give a little update. I guess it's not an update, but I've been going through a lot of changes lately, and I don't know how to explain it. But if you've been watching my channel, you would know that my brother went missing in 2001 in August, and he was murdered, and then we found his body in November, and that was traumatic. That was hard. It was emotional. I shed a lot of tears. I cried a lot, prayed a lot. And I missed out on my family too a lot, because for months I was searching, seeking answers. I could have been home with my family making memories and stuff. But it was memories made even searching for Jamie. I made good memories. But it was hard. And I was a mess for a long time. And during that, I was asking why? Like, why did it happen to Jamie? Why would they do that? And I just got stuck in that loop for a long time. And then I kept praying and getting signs, and it felt good to get those signs. And I thought I was healing. But I was still so angry. I was still so mad at how mean people can be, or it's horrible. I try not to think about it now, but I had to let go of some anger, and that didn't happen until after I lost Shiloh. That broke me. Losing my baby, that just broke me. Thinking about it even still, just so sad, But I had to break, because I don't know how to explain it. I've always been gifted. I always believed in Creator and everything. Like, you name it, I believe in it. I don't even have to see it, I'll believe in it. And I believe that we would find Jamie. When we were searching for him, I prayed hard, let us find him. But somewhere deep inside me, I was like, but I didn't want to be the one to find him. Let somebody in my crew find him, because I didn't want to find him gone. And I didn't. Blessed. But we brought him home, and that's all that really mattered. That's what I wanted to do at the time. And I prayed for justice the whole time I was out there, because I knew something was wrong, and whatever happened to Jamie, I hope it would just come to light. I just kept hoping and bugging the investigators, because, sometimes they like to forget, or, I don't know, wasn't stop. And the same with Shiloh. She gave me so many signs after she passed away. And I heard it in my head that night. Like, it's funny, the little things you leave behind. And it stopped me in my tracks. I was like, did I just hear that? And I thought of my brother. I was like, what, Jamie, you here? Because I said it during the hardships of him. And then we got sad news. And it was horrible. And I was broken for months. I lashed out at people I really love. I isolated myself, because I was mad at everybody. I was mad at the world. I really try not to be mad at the Creator, because, and even that I realized I can't keep asking why. Like, why Shiloh, why? Because then you'll get stuck in that. And there's no answers for it. And I don't know how to explain it, but I got very spiritual. It wasn't ask why, Val. Ask for guidance, ask for healing. It'll make sense. I don't know. And then I dreamt of her. I think that's what really helped me, was dreaming of her. She came to me and she looked so happy and beautiful, and like, I don't know, it just felt like it's working out, the kind of feeling I had from her. Like, it's working out. Very happy, very beautiful. It was awesome because I prayed for a dream, telling me know she was okay. And signs. And she pulled through for me all the time. And then I started doing my own research of why do people find spiritual or get a spiritual awakening when they have hardships? Like, why do we always have to break before we can seek answers from our creator or God or whoever you want to call your higher power? I don't know, but I always felt like I wasn't alone when I was a kid. I have plenty of signs. I know I was gifted. I just didn't want to acknowledge it, or didn't really know how to use it or what it meant. And even growing up in Lennox, our whole crew, we struggled growing up. It was the 80s. We're on reserve. And it wasn't just even on reserve, because when we started to go to school off reserve, a lot of friends I started to make a lot of friends because I'm very social. I'm everywhere. They too were struggling. And it wasn't just about money or food or anything, but they were also struggling with stuff going on in their life. And so I was like, geez, I'm not the only one struggling. So I felt like I could just talk with anybody about anything, or just be there. And it kept happening as I got older. Like, everybody I met would eventually open up about some sort of struggle they had in life, and it started to help me. Like, I've struggled too, and sometimes I could relate to them, or sometimes I can't, and I'm like, Jesus, we need to stick together in this world. There's a lot of us struggling, and so I started doing a lot more research and starting into a lot more stuff. And Earth is a school. We make plan to come here. We plan it all out before we get here. This is what we want to learn, and then, well, we even pick our parents. Like, these are gonna be my parents. This is gonna be my life plan. This is what's gonna happen, and this is how I intend to change the world and make it better and brighter. And then we get born and we forget everything. And then most of the times we're growing up questioning, like, what is this about? This is hard. This is hard. Yeah, it's not easy. You gotta find the right people and the right family and the right friends. You didn't pick that family for no reason. You picked it for a reason. They're to teach you something. And that's what I had to do. After I lost Shiloh and I sat there, and I don't like calling it meditating, because I hated meditating. Let's go meditate. I don't like sitting there thinking to myself. That's what I always end up doing, and I go on, so I'm thinking does the same thing. It just goes on and on. But anyway, I realized that I don't call it meditating, I just call it talking to my inner self. And I'll sit there and I'll talk to my inner self, and I started to learn the difference between the human thought and your inner thought. And there's a lot of human thoughts going on. So you gotta try to stay like positive, like really positive. You want to stay in the light when you want to talk to yourself. So now I kind of get when people say meditate, clean your mind. Yeah. Yeah. And so now I get the whole clearing your mind part. Because you really do have to clear your mind. You really do have to be on a level of just peace and ready for it. And I do that. I do way too much thinking when I'm meditating. And then I'll answer myself. And sometimes I'm like, well, is that something I would think, or is that something my higher self would say or think? And try to distinguish the two. And it's been helping me out a lot. Like a lot. I don't know, I don't even know how to explain it. That's another thing I was talking about with my family and my friends. Like, I don't know how to explain how I feel now. I don't. It's just, I broke so hard for Shy. And then I prayed so hard too to just like, let me know you're okay. And she always pulled through for me. Like, we have angels and guides with us. They help us out when we ask. It's just that a lot of times we forget that we have them, or we don't know that we have them. And they're probably sitting there waiting for us, not even, like, oh, she don't even know that we can help her out with this if she can just ask. And be patient. That's another thing we need to work on. Be patient. Not everything just happens. Gotta be patient. Gotta let things line up and fall into place. That's another thing I learned. But yeah, it's so crazy because I knew when I was really sad and crying and praying and my vibration was low. But then when I would get these signs like of an eagle, because I would say, let me see an eagle fly, and I would see one as soon as I step outside, and that would just raise me right up, right? Like, oh, make me feel so good. And then I would get a thought in my head like, I'm okay, Mom, everything's good. And once I learned that I could bring that feeling up, that joy, I guess, that, oh, I feel so good. I was feeling like that one day, and I came down here and I threw on a song and I started dancing down here. It was like, oh, I was jamming. It was so good. I was like, yeah, if my baby here, she with me right now, we dancing. And didn't I get a whiff of her perfume? And just the feeling of happiness. Like, and I wanted to cry, but I didn't want to lower my vibration. So I was like, oh my goodness, this is awesome. Wow. It was so wicked. I don't know how to explain it. I know she's with me. I know we're okay. And it's just, I have to stay happy. You gotta keep your vibration up. Yes, I love it. I don't know how to explain it, but I wish I could some other time. I don't know, man. My soul is lit. It is lit. And I want to help others somehow, some way. I had to work on rewording what I want to say and how I should say it, because it's hard to say how you feel once you've realized that you can raise your vibration. I don't know. It's amazing. So I'm like sitting in the shadows room all like, doo-doo-doo. It's so quiet down here too. I just love it. Yeah, it's been a while. Like, I don't know how to explain it. I know she's good. She's with my brother. She's with my dad. She's with her ancestors. I don't think it's gonna work out. I know I probably look like I'm just sitting here, but really I'm still like thinking to myself. Peace out. I just wanted to share that.